And so we do have one more guest here today.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you guys? I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
You didn't know you were going to be doing this today.
No,
plunge straight in.
Yes. Can you guys see me?
We can see you.
Oh, okay. I can't see I look like crap, and I'm doing this off my iPad. I'm so sorry, but I'm very excited because I'm actually a professional vocalist, and I started. I kind of went on a bit of a tangent because my boyfriend was like, "Why don't you try voiceover?" And I did my whole studio. I went and got a whole bunch of equipment, but I don't have any experience. I've done like 150 auditions and have not been hired for any gigs. So I'm like, oh, I think I'm doing this all wrong. I'm just, yeah. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity. Thank you.
Awesome. Gary, I'll let you take over here.
Okay, well, good to see you. Good to hear you, Sandra.
Thank you.
Just to address the lack of work so far. I mean, keep going at it. Don't give up. It's just if you put yourself in the clients, all 150 clients that you've auditioned for, they're just looking for the right fit in terms of voice. That's what they're looking for. So
right.
It may be that on some of those auditions you've done, that some of them you've been the best voice they've ever heard. They might go, wow, that Sandra's fantastic, but her voice just isn't quite right for this job. It's nothing personal. Of course, it is personal to you because you're thinking, nobody wants me. It's terrible. But try not to take it. It's easy to say it. But I think always bear in mind, it's nothing personal. It's just that you weren't the right fit for the job. And as long as your recording gear is okay, as long as your performance is compelling, you're doing compelling auditions each time, you're also working on going for stuff that is targeted. If you think, well, actually, I'll struggle with that. If you're struggling with the audition, it's a good sign that you wouldn't be able to do the job. So make sure you click with the words as well. But the best advice I can say is keep going. Some people take, I've heard of people doing 1,000 auditions before they get that one gig.
Oh, geez.
which I know it's probably extreme, really. But just keep on at it, and you'll be getting better. That's the other thing. Every audition is like being coached, isn't it? It's like doing some rehearsal. Doing
the best practice you can get.
It is best practice because it's the real world. It's not like your coach or whatever saying, oh, here's some scripts to do. It's kind of the real world with real clients. So keep on at it. Anyway.
Okay, thank you.
You're lucky you've got the children's story. So
I was
we'll have a bit of fun with this. Now you've got a couple of options. You can put on a couple of voices here for the characters. There's Percy the pigeon and Brittany the Burmese. I hope you like cats and birds. But or you can just do it as if you were just hinting that somebody else is speaking. So that's sometimes an easier way to do it. Okay. Percy the pigeon was amazed. How could a cat be so friendly? You're the first cat I've met who hasn't tried to eat me, said Percy. Well, to be honest, replied Brittany the Burmese, I'm not that fond of pigeons. I prefer doves, jackdaws and sparrows myself. With that, she turned and scampered away, tail high in the air. Percy was flabbergasted. I feel so lucky to be alive, he said. I think I might treat myself to a cappuccino. So the whole thing with this is it's good fun, enjoy it, really. So you go for it.
Okay. Percy the pigeon was amazed. How could a cat be so friendly? You're the first cat I've met who hasn't tried to eat me, said Percy. Well, to be honest, replied Brittany the Burmese, I'm not that fond of pigeons. I prefer doves, jackdaws and sparrows myself. With that, she turned and scampered away, tail high in the air. Percy was flabbergasted. I feel so lucky to be alive, he said. I think I might treat myself to a cappuccino.
Very nice. And you haven't seen these words before. You haven't seen these words before, have you? No?
No.
So that was a brilliant sight read. I mean, if you can sight read a script, you're halfway there. I mean, I know these words, so it's unfair. You know, I'm cheating to a large extent, sounding better than I really am.
Sorry about the truck.
But you haven't seen the script, but that was great. I think it's just, I think in this case, it's getting used to the words. Why don't we try one now? I'm putting you on the spot, but why don't we try one with different character voices?
Okay.
Percy, so the first bit is kind of the narrator, I guess. Percy the pigeon was amazed. That's just as you. How could a cat be so friendly? Still you. But then bit of dialogue. Whatever you want to do for that. Yeah, the first cat I've met who hasn't tried to eat me, said Percy.
Oh.
Well, to be honest, replied Brittany. You know, whatever you want to do on that. So,
okay,
so we've got a couple of voices. We've got three voices. We've got you, narrator, and we've got Percy voice, and we've got a Brittany the Burmese voice as well.
Okay. Percy is the I'm a little bit confused. So there's three?
Yeah, just you as narrator. So that first bit,
Right.
It actually starts with speech marks, but I think that's incorrect. I think it's just straight narration, that first bit.
Let me run here.
We'll do it line by line so we can break it down. We can really drill down into the script.
Okay. Percy the pigeon was amazed. How could a cat be so friendly? That would be me, the narrator.
That's correct, yes.
Right.
And then here's your first bit of dialogue from Percy.
You're the first cat I've met who hasn't tried to eat me, said Percy. Oh, and then you got to come back.
Sandra, yeah, a bit more of a go to an extreme, because it's a children's story, so you can play around with the voice.
You're the first cat I've met who hasn't tried to eat me, said Percy.
Not bad. It started off very well, and then you kind of lost the accent. Let's move on to Brittany.
Well, to be honest, replied Brittany the Burmese.
And more of a, what were you doing there? What kind of accent was that? Well, very quickly, but
I just went high pitched.
Okay, go even higher.
Well, to be honest, replied Brittany the Burmese. So, I'm not that fond of pigeons.
Honest. So then just take a pause after you said honest. Well, to be honest, replied Brittany the Burmese.
Well, to be honest, replied Brittany the Burmese. I'm not that fond of pigeons. I prefer doves, jackdaws, and sparrows myself. With that, she turned and scampered away, tail high in the air. Percy was flabbergasted. Percy is the pigeon. Is that the high-pitched one? I'm a bit confused.
What do we do? I can't.
Percy.
You got to remember your characters.
Yeah,
Percy was the low-pitched.
Oh, Percy. Okay, so I feel so lucky to be alive, he said. Geez, this is a hard one.
Give me that line again. I feel so lucky. It didn't sound like you were very lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
I feel so lucky to be alive.
I feel so lucky. But it's a lower voice. I feel so lucky to be alive, he said. I think I might treat myself to a cappuccino. Oh, this is just awful.
Well, we have to put you on the spot. It's probably the toughest one because, of course, it's got the characters in it. So
yes,
most people think, oh, children's story, kids' story is really easy. Actually, sometimes they're the most difficult. And you've got a really picky audience as well, you know.
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
Absolutely everything. I remember really once reading a story to my children. It was The Sorcerer's Apprentice, really long book. But when my children were younger, my son turned around and said, "That's not very good. I thought you were supposed to be a voiceover person." So
yes,
you know, I bear that in mind when you come to do that. I don't know whether we've got time for another.
I was about to say, just because she got the hardest script there, if she's feeling up for it, we can give her a crack at the IVR.
Okay, yeah, go straight for it. So IVR, interactive voice response. Do you know that, Sandra? So basically on-hold phone messages.
Okay.
So lots of energy, lots of friendliness. Take your time with it.
Okay. Thank you for calling TRK Services. Please listen carefully.
Sandra, just going to interrupt you. So when you get letters like TRK or CEO, for example, from the boss of a company, you don't, even though it's capitalized or it might have full stops and so on, just get it to flow a bit more. So thank you for calling TRK Services.
Okay. Thank you for calling TRK Services. Please listen carefully to access your account. Using the keypad on your phone, please enter your account number and then press #. Please enter your date of birth. For example, the 25th of April 1980 is 250480. Please enter the second digit of your security number. Now enter the fourth digit of your security number. Please enter the first digit of your, I'm sorry, this is all wrong.
No,
Please
it's
enter.
okay, it's good, it's good. Go to the end
Please.
and then we'll just have another go at it.
Please enter the first digit of your security number. Now press star. Alternatively, if you would like to speak to one of our operators, please hold.
That was good, that was good. And keep the smile going, make it nice and friendly. So it's, thank you for calling TRK Services. Please listen carefully to access your account and try and make it conversational if you can, nice and chatty. Using the keypad on your phone, please enter your account number and then press hash. Please enter your date of birth, for example, blah, blah, blah. So keep it like that if you can. And they're separate sentences, so you can afford to take a good pause after each one, just to break it down a bit. Okay, have another go.
Okay. Thank you for calling TRK Services. Please listen carefully to access your account. Using the keypad on your phone, please enter your account number and then press hash. Please enter your date of birth. For example, the 25th of April, 1980 is 250480. Please enter the second digit of your security number. Now enter the fourth digit of your security number. Please enter the first digit of your security number. Now press star. Alternatively, if you would like to speak to one of our operators, please hold.
Very good. And I noticed you were doing something that I didn't even ask you to do it, but you were doing it anyway. You were smiling. And a smile is fantastic. Probably, and you're a singer, is that right? You're a singer by trade?
Yes.
And you know that if you want to warm up a song, you get that grin going, don't you? That cheesy grin.
Right.
Even though it might look terrible, and if you were doing it in real life, people would think, "What's the matter with her?" Just grinning at me like that. But certainly, if you can smile while you're doing a script, it'll really warm up the whole thing. Obviously, if it's about death, doom, and destruction, you don't want to be adding a smile to it.
No.
But something like that, which is dull as ditch water, the script, isn't it? It's just a series of commands. Anything you can do to make it sound interesting, because especially in IVR, you pick up the phone, people don't want to hear an automated message. They want to talk to a human, don't they? So the more human you are, the better. And that's often what clients are looking for. They're looking for someone who's really human, really nice, not over the top, but just friendly, someone you might have a cappuccino with, like a pigeon. So and that's
right.
But you were great, fantastic, really good. I mean, we put you on the spot. You didn't know you were coming on, and you did two different scripts. So very well done.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.